Hey guys, let's make a Heidi by Swoon. This is a free pattern by Swoon and it is the Heidi clutch. It's amazing. I love this bag. So what you need is you need your magnetic snap. You're going to need 1-inch D-ring. You're going to need a 1-inch lobster clasp. 1 rivet. And all your other pattern, your pieces that you print out with the pattern. 2 zippers. You are going to need to keep this particular piece handy because it has your placements for your snaps. Your top piece, your bottom piece. I've already sewed the bottom piece on because I put my logo on there so that I do the placement. Here's the top of the pocket of the back. Here's the front. I'm going to do black chevron, black and white chevron for the inside, and the inside of my pocket is going to be black. So I'm going to do Halloween. So I'm going to do Jack Skellington. Isn't that the cutest thing? I hope you can see how cute that is. So that's going to be this clutch. It's going to, again, it's the Heidi clutch. Heidi fold over clutch. Excuse me. Heidi fold over clutch. And it's a free pattern. Alright, so let's get started. Keep this close because you're going to need it. So let's start with this cute strap. So what I did was hold on, let me get this off here so I can sew it. I cut my piece of vinyl a little different than the pattern piece said because I knew I wanted to put the fabric accent on it. So what I did was I folded my vinyl in half, drew a line down the center, put some sticky tape and folded it in half, and I did kind of the same thing with the fabric. I did not interface the fabric and I didn't put sticky double-sided tape on mine. So I'm going to go across here and then down the side. I'm going to do 1/8 of an inch and I'm on top stitch, which is a 4 for me. I'm going to sew 1/8 of an inch from the side of the fabric and not the vinyl. I'm going to sew down this side. These alligator clips that I'm using, I get off of Amazon. They hold your vinyl and your leather without scratching it or scuffing it and putting holes in it. The thread that I'm using I get from Wayback. It is number 69 bonded nylon thread. When you get to the end, it doesn't matter if you fold this in or not because we're going to tuck it under. Nobody's going to see that part. I'm going to go there. And then I'm going to go down the other side. I've kind of got a bird nest back here. Didn't hold my tails. Okay. And I'm going to go down the other side. 1/8 of an inch from the edge of the fabric pieces. And I just fell off the fabric, so let me finish this and then I'll take that out. Woo. That hurt. I'm just going to do another line of stitching down that. I think it'll be okay. Because I missed there too. Alright, this is going to be really cute, guys. Really like Jack Skellington. Okay, so I'm going to take my 1-inch lobster clasp and the end that has the fold, I'm going to put it on like this, about 1 inch, and I'm going to tuck this in like that. And I'm going to put a rivet right here. And I just clip this on to hold it. Okay. I think I'm going to put it right there. Not yet. There we go. Because I'm using fabric, I'm going to put a little fray check or fray stopper glue or whatever you prefer. If it'll give me any. There we go. I'm going to put a little fray stopper glue there. And I'm not going to let it dry or anything. That'll be fine. Put the lid back on. And do my rivet. I'm using 8mm rivets. Put this on, the concave part of this down, and that is our cute little wrist strap. Adorable. Fall on the floor. Okay. Remember, if you swinge your ends with your lighter, make sure you use the blue part of the front flame and not the red part. Now forgive me today, I got a real sore throat. I'm not sick, it's not the Rona. Alright. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some double-sided tape and I'm going to put on this piece to hold it in place while I sew it on. You don't need much of this, just maybe 2 little strips. Yeah, that's good. This clutch comes together so quick, and I do it a little different than the pattern, so you can follow the pattern if you want to. I just eliminate about 2 seams, maybe 3. I sew mine together and top stitch all in one, but I'm going to show you how to do that. It's really easy. Okay, so there's the bottom, here's the front, and I'm going to stick this on just like this. Now I'm going to top stitch this 1/8 of an inch from the edge of here. My tail's out. Take your time. You want this to be pretty. This is the front of the clutch. Even if it was the back of the clutch, you still want it to be pretty. So take your time in your top stitching. That's a little loose. Let me tighten that. Trim your tails. Alright, so there's that. That is sewed on. Look how cute. Beautiful. I interfaced the back of all of my cotton pieces with Woven Fuse 2. So now I'm going to take and start sewing these pieces together. So I need this zipper. Okay, I don't need these just yet. And I don't need you just yet. Okay, so we'll take our pocket pieces and our back pieces. So on the back of these pieces, what I've done is the back of this one and the back of this one, I drew a line 3/4 of an inch down, and I put a piece of sticky tape here. You could press that, iron it, whatever you want to do, and I'm going to fold it down 3/4 of an inch and stick it down. Just like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this. Pull the back end off of the tape. And I'm going to fold this one down 3/4 of an inch. Just like that. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of our pocket pieces and the zipper, and I'm going to go ahead. I like my zipper to pull from the left to the right, so that's how I have my zipper pull on. I'm going to go ahead and baste this on. I'm going to go to a 2.5 inch stitch length, and I'm going to about 1/8 of an inch. I'm just going to baste this on. You can clip it in it, whatever you need to do to hold this in place. Okay. And trim your tails. Okay, so now this is going to be the weird part, but I promise you it works. So take this piece, and I'm going to do kind of an invisible hidden zipper kind of thing. So I'm going to lay this down like this, and I'm going to put my foot right up against the zipper teeth, just like that, and I'm going to sew straight down. And I'm going to move this out of the way, keeping it lined up straight to about the center of your zipper teeth. go. So there's one piece. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take this pocket piece. We're going to layer a zipper up and baste it on. I'm just basting at 1/8 inch. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing with this. We've got this folded under. I missed a piece of the zipper there. Always cut your tails. And then we're going to take this piece and do the same thing. Button it up to it. Put your foot right up against it. And sew down. So you kind of have a hidden zipper. I'll pull it out of the way here. I better go a little further before I do that. Put the needle down, move this out of the way. And continue on. Alright, so there's our bag. Now I'm going to baste around here just to make this one complete bag. So my zipper's pulling the wrong way, but that's okay. I could fix that easily. Let me do that real quick. Okay guys, so all this is a fork that my father mounted to a piece of board. I'm going to feed both sides in. Both sides of the zipper in. Alright, come on. There you go. Just like that, except for it's not quite straight. There's a little bubble on it. Let me fix that. I'll move these pieces back out of the way. And pull the zipper in. Line it up and slide it in. Oops! I didn't grab the pull that time. Alright, come on. Oh, geez Louise. Why are you fighting me? Go in there. Thank you. Easier to do without all the bag pieces in your way. Much better. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Dad, for my zipper jig. Okay, so now I'm going to take these and I'm going to baste all the way around here, making this one complete piece. Just go 1/8 of an inch, making sure everything's laying flat all the way around. One more stitch. Make sure everything's laying in. What is going on here? Did you not want me to make a video today, baby? Mama been working you too hard. There, now you want to sew. Thank you. Make sure everything's kind of flat. And all of these tails. Okay, so this little bit you can just trim right off. I'm just going to take my scissors. Trim it off. And there's our back pocket to the Heidi. Adorable. Okay. Still think I want to do, let's see if I do. I still want to put one of these homemade labels on. Maybe I'll put it up here. Yeah, maybe I will. I'm just gonna mark the center. Where do you want it at? Stick it in. Because this is fabric, I'm going to do spray super glue, some fray check, whatever you want to call it. Did it clog already? Are you going to give me any of this? Thank you. Just going to do some around the bar of that. Let me get up. I'll be right back. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, what I wanted to do was get a piece of Decaville Light. Something that I could protect my fabric with. go. Put you back in the box. People fold theirs all different ways. I happen to fold mine in. Now on my snaps I fold them out, but on my nameplate I fold them in. Like that. Okay, so that's the back. And now let's go to the front. So we're going to set this aside and we're going to get our pattern piece. The pattern piece is going to show us where and what piece to put where. So here it says to put the male snap and here it says to put the female snap. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take our washers and our male and female snaps. And I'm going to lay this on here. I'll make a mark. And lay this one on here and make a mark. So that's where I'm going to put the snaps. I'm going to take this washer. Oh wow, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Put it over here. I'm going to draw 2 lines. I'll take this washer and put it over this one. And I'm just going to stab the holes. End goes on the top like that. I'm going to fold mine out and I put a little piece of tape over it to stop it from rubbing everything. Okay, I'm going to take the female. Well, can you get in the hole there, sweetheart? There we go. Oh, I didn't put face topper on that one. Let's see if I can get this up. Oh, don't tear. Come on. And the other time you don't want to stick to the backing. Be like that. There we go. This stuff really works. It stops your fabric from fraying. There. Now let's retake it. And there's the back. Guys, we're doing 4 pieces. The front and the back and the 2 lining. So let's put our top zip on. So we're going to have, I'm just going to baste the zipper on. So what I have is my lining fabric up, my zipper facing up, and I'm going to base this around. Just use 1/8 of an inch, and I'm just bending it around this little curve at the top. There you go. So now what I'm going to do is take this piece and go face down with it. I forgot I had these in here, guys. This is for a quilt that I'm working on. Look how tiny and adorable these are. You just stay right here and don't you move. Okay. So take your clips, line everything up, and clip. Don't think you need a rose gold D-ring. These bags are super cute and easy to do. They look cute in any fabric. Okay. So now I'm going to sew 1/8 of an inch. I'm sorry, 1/4 of an inch down the side here. Just going to follow the contour of this. I can feel my zipper pull is right here, so I'm going to put my needle down and open it. Move it out of the way. Oh, don't go off. And just follow it on around. Trimmy tails. I can't say that enough, guys. Trimmy tails. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to top stitch just this piece. So I'm going to feed it through like this, making sure that's over, and I'm just going to top stitch around. I'm going to turn that to a 4. I know you can't see. I barely can. I'm just pulling this open. 1/8 of an inch. All the way around. There you go. Look how cute. So now we're just going to attach the other side and we'll be finished. I think I am going to put my zipper pull on the other side because I've got it facing the wrong side. I like mine to go from left to right. So basically, oops, not straight. So basically what the jig does is it just gives you a third hand. It's going to hold the pull for you while you line everything up. So just like that. See, I like mine to open from this way, from left to right. Okay. So we have the same thing. Lining fabric up. Set that aside for a second. Zipper up, and I'm just going to, you know what, before this comes off, I'm going to sew across the end of it. Just because I don't want it to fall apart and come off. I'll do this other end too. Bet it won't come off now. Okay. I thought I clipped them tails. Okay. So lining fabric up, zipper up, and I'm going to baste it on just like you did a while ago. Around the curve, contour around that curve. 1/8 of an inch. Okay. And then take this piece and put it down. And line it up with the sides and clip it on. Okay, I'm going to go back to joining stitch. Join these together with 1/4 of an inch. I can feel my pull is right here, so I'm going to put my needle down and move that out of the way. Okay, Jenny tails. Now I'm going to top stitch. So I'm going to fold over just this first piece, and I'm going to get in here, finger press it down, go back to a 4, and top stitch. Eighth of an inch from your fabric. And that's all of our pieces together. Isn't that the cutest thing? Alright, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to go back to joining stitch. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 2 lining pieces and the 2 outside pieces, and I'm going to sew them together, and I'm going to leave a hole at the bottom to turn it by. I'm going to leave a pretty good size hole, and I'm sewing 1/4 of an inch seam. Needle down and pivot. Whoa! You want to be real careful when you go over the zipper. My machine does not like bulk or zippers. They kind of want to get caught and hung up. There we go. Down pivot. Down pivot. Oh, my zipper coming down. Needle down and pivot. Jimmy tails. I can't remember if I left my zipper open or not. Doesn't feel like I did. So, okay, now I got my finger in there, unzipped it. I'm going to reach all the way to the bottom. Grab hold of it and pull it through. Can't get that corner with my finger. I'm going to have to get my chopstick. Okay. Alright, so I'll get my chopstick. And I'm going to go in and get my corners so that they're good and squared and pretty and pushed out. There you go. And I'm going to get this one. Then I'm going to come up here and get my zippers. Okay. Can see hubby out the window. He's getting the boat ready. I think we're going to go on a boat ride. Well, if my fingers will cooperate with me today. Here we go. I'm still on my joining stitch. go. And then tuck this in and poke out your corners and make it all pretty. Well, if it'll cooperate with me. So there we go. This is the large. They have a small and a large on the pattern. So this is the large. Clutch, fold over clutch, and it's the Heidi. Again, it's a free pattern. Love it. It's adorable. Oh man, I forgot to put my... I was in such a hurry. Let me see what I can do to get that out of there. I think we're going to have to unpick that. I believe that's good enough. I can get this corner out. I think I want it on this side. I just need to get this out enough. Yeah. Take a couple of, there's the zipper. I'll take a couple of stitches out here, just enough to scoop my piece in. And when you scoop this in, guys, whether you have already, if you forgot like I did, you want your D-ring to go on the inside. I'm just gonna do mine like that, just right there, and stitch it back. Okay. Alright, so now let's flip her again. Because look how straight I got that lined up going down there. Almost perfect. Okay, let's sew this baby up again. stick your lining in. Oh, I cut all these off. Excuse me. Pollen is so bad here. That's what we get for living in Georgia. Living in the South. That's what the lining looks like. So can you see in there? There's the zipper. This is the back zipper. I don't know why the pull's in there. In that pocket. And then the fold over, part of the fold over clutch. Now granted it needs an iron. It needs to be pulled out completely and finagled and wiggled and all that. But there it is, guys. I love it. Like I said, this is the large. The small is probably 3/4 this size. So if you're looking for a smaller one. And it's a free pattern, so if you want to try it, it's a free pattern by Swoon. It is the Heidi Fold Over Clutch by Swoon. Well, it doesn't say the name. Oh, here it is. Heidi Fold Over Clutch by Swoon Sewing Patterns. And I will put a link in the description below. I had a lady request for me to make a video on this. I can't remember who it was, but thank you for requesting it. This is an awesome pattern. If you can suggest anything in the description below, I have all kinds of patterns. I have like a zip around wallet. I of course have the Mia wallet, the necessary clutch wallet. I have all kind of bag patterns. If you're more here for embroidery, I have gobs of in the hoop embroidery designs, keychains, key fobs, hand sanitizers, all kind of bags. I have all kind of stuff, guys. So if you could just suggest it. Oh, also too, I do quilting. So if you want me to do a quilting pattern, just put it in the description below. I have all kinds of quilt patterns. So please let me know what you'd like to see next. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.